So let's talk about collecting hand drill pieces. There's several things you can do when you want to collect hand drill spindles. And one is you can collect it on the spot and try to use it, but if it's wet outside, you're gonna get so frustrated. So if you want to pre-collect, you can go into a field and find the right kind of materials. Actually, this used to be my garden. I didn't really plant much this year, but I'm in my garden and you can see there's a lot of dog fennel here. Now I've used dog fennel when it's dried. I've used that as a spindle. Over here, like right here, this is horseweed. Now that horseweed, you can actually take that. I'm gonna actually cut some in just a second. I'm gonna collect some of these. There's several, and I'm gonna let them dry out. I'm gonna put them in my truck and let them dry out so they'll be hand drill spindles I can use for later for practice and stuff like that. I like to be able to try to do it on the spot, but sometimes it's just, if the materials aren't there, it's just hard. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect these and I'll show you guys what you can do with them. I just pull it up out of the ground. And now I have a piece. I'm gonna cut this top piece off here. And I have now collected one horseweed spindle. Here's some more. Here's another one. I mean, there's tons of horseweed right through here. While I was at it, I decided I wanted to go ahead and grab a few pieces of the dog fennel as well. Those mosquitoes are tearing me up. We've had so much rain. Wow. That's the most mosquitoes I've ever had in that area over there. Goodness. Okay, so I have here some pieces. I have 3 pieces of dog fennel, and again I've made friction fire by hand drill with dog fennel before, and then also I have horseweed here. Now these are green, so you can't use them as they are right now. You have to dry them out. And I suppose, I mean, back in the day, Native Americans or whoever used this technique, I imagine they would get their materials ready and store them, kind of like a box of matches, you know. You store your box of matches in the drawer until you need it. So I imagine they would do something very similar. But I'm gonna go ahead and process these down. So they have these little fibers, these little leaves that are coming off. So I'm just simply going to take the spine of my knife and scrape that. Now imagine I wouldn't have to necessarily do this first, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Go ahead and get it nice and cleaned off. Now I have processed these. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them into a more manageable spindle. So like, for example, this particular spindle, this one's about as, you know, I wouldn't want to get any longer, but I definitely don't think I'd want to get any shorter. So I'm going to leave it. I can always go shorter. Remember, you could never go longer, but you can always go shorter. This particular one, I am going to cut it down just a hair. And, you know, you can get them as long as you're comfortable. You don't want them too long because they'll get floppy. But I'm gonna take these. So now that I have my spindles cut into fairly the length that I basically like, I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna bundle them up like this. I have some old baling line here, just recycled. And I'm gonna bundle these up and I'm gonna dry them out. All right, so there's my bundled spindles. They're green, and I'm gonna pop these babies in the truck, let them dry out, and then I'll have me some spindles that I can practice with for hand drill. Okay, there's some others that I've had right here drying out, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the ones I just did. I added a little piece of cable there to tighten up a little bit more. I'm gonna just set them right there and let them dry. After they dry, we'll be able to give them a shot. Okay, I put these things in here Thursday, and now it's Saturday. So we got Thursday afternoon, Friday all day, and then now it's Saturday at 1:16. So let's take a look. Not bad. Let's go give them a try, okay? Just kind of trim up the end. All right, now for the burn end. All right, I cut my other notch. I'm gonna take my time though. Yep, there's the ember. You guys can see it. There's the ember right there. It's glowing. I'm gonna make some more ash because it's not very much ash, but you can see it right there, so I'm happy about that. Okay, so what's my final thoughts? One is it's hot. It's August and it's South Carolina, so I had plenty of heat to dry that out. So it's a good way to get spindles for practice. Of course, in a survival situation, you're not gonna have a truck to be able to go put your spindle in. Well, then again, you may, who knows? You just never know, every situation is different. But anywho, I used the dash and was able to dry those things out in less than 48 hours. So not a bad little deal to prepare, and it was green when I picked it. So not a bad little deal to try out, but go give it a shot if you're trying hand drill and if you just want some practice. Have a good one.